Hello everyone, I'm recording from Berlin from the Web3 Summit here. It's a fantastic sunny day and I want to give you an update of what's happened so far, what we announced today. Basically some background. Since late last year, SubQuery no longer became just a data indexer. We kind of expanded our vision with the view that we're going to provide decentralized infrastructure. We have a strong opinion that there are many centralized Web3 services today that are undermining decentralized products out there, and we want to provide a viable decentralized alternative for them. Today we're announcing the third step. We started with indexes, we've gone to RPCs, and today we're announcing the third step on this journey, which is decentralized AI inference. Now, why AI inference? Well, AI inference is a big new thing. If you don't know about AI, you've probably been living under a rock. It is taking over the world by storm, and it is completely changing or providing the opportunity to change many industries that we look at. But the problem with the AI industry these days is that it is undeniably centralized. Two big companies pretty much own the market, OpenAI and Google, and we think that is a massive issue and a potential problem for the world. So we are working on supporting the open source AI community, which we think has a real good opportunity to succeed. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to provide AI inference hosting. Now, we know that people are building models all the time, and they're running those models, but running production infrastructure is quite difficult, it's challenging, and especially so with AI inference. Running and maintaining models at a large scale, otherwise known as ML ops, is complex, it's expensive. The cloud providers are charging a lot of money for it, and doing it yourself is tough. It's very difficult to understand. So we're going to be providing support for AI inference. Now that's not training. Training is training models. It requires huge GPUs. Inference is around running an existing model and sending prompts to that model to get answers back. Now the current state's pretty fragmented. It's expensive, it's difficult, it's complex. There are some cloud providers that do it, but they're not really that big. There are some small teams that provide some hosting for inference, but again, they're not exactly decentralized and they're not particularly scalable. We think we have a good opportunity to do this. And the focus we're going to do is on open source. We're going to really focus on open source. We believe that open source has a good opportunity here. Ex-researcher at Google even wrote a memo mentioning that AI has no moat. There is no moat for AI, and that's coming from Google itself. We think open source has a big opportunity. So what we're going to do? Well, today we have a demo available. You can go try it out. You can type a message to Llama or Mistral or even Gamma, and you can get responses back. That's just the first example. It's running on our testnet, and there are node operators working across our testnet to serve those queries, those prompts back to you. But next from here is we're going to add support for your own models. You can publish your own models to the network. You can fine-tune your own models. If you want to make a model specific for your application or domain, you can do that. Later phases, we're going to make it more easy to deal with. So for example, Hugging Face, which is a large-scale model provider, will allow you to, with one click, deploy a Hugging Face model to our network and have node operators provide and serve those inference models, or serve inference for those models. And then over time, we're going to add other features like RAG support and potentially better integration with our index XDK to allow an AI model to directly interact with data that you index from any chain that we support. Why can we do this better though? Why should we do decentralized AI inference hosting? Well, AI inference hosting is not that tough, it's not that difficult. It's basically just providing compute to an existing model. And we think our decentralized infrastructure, our decentralized network, is particularly well adapted to doing this. We're already doing it with indexes right now, so users can get data to build more intuitive and fast applications. We're already doing it with RPCs today, so that people can have more confidence that the queries that they're making to the chain, the transactions that are submitted, are not going to some big centralized provider that's going to front run you or associate your information with your wallet address. We see the same benefits coming to AI. For example, there's no good reason why a decentralized network can't be more reliable or can't be more performant than a centralized one. For example, having a tens or 20s or hundreds of different nodes around the world running inference workloads will provide performance improvements. It's closer to your users. Essentially, it means that users have faster access to that data, less latency to these big centralized services. It improves the scalability. When demand increases, more node operators can go on and provide compute power to those models. We think we're going to focus on open source at the moment, and by making it easier to deploy open source models, we hope to help encourage development and fine-tuning on those open source models. Developers won't find the need to use OpenAI or Google. They can try one of the many open source models on the market that are really fantastic, really quite good. And essentially, all this is about making it easier to build, to train, to fine-tune, to test, to deploy, and to query AI models specific to your domain from applications that you build. Now, these might be Web 2 applications, they might be Web 3 applications, it does not matter. The point here is that we're providing a decentralized alternative to productionize AI inference hosting. It means that we're providing a viable alternative for teams to build and deploy, run, test, and query their own models through our decentralized network. This is an exciting new chapter for SubQuery. It's combined with a new rebrand. I hope you like that. And you can try out the demo today on our website, but we'll be launching our roadmap soon and working on this very quickly to provide enterprise and production level model support very soon. Exciting time. Thanks for joining us, and we'll keep you in touch with how we're going.